how you going, boys? Mike here. Welcome back to Grampie's Workshop. Boys, I'm glad you dropped in today. I love it. Today I have a project that I rarely do myself. Would you believe that? And this project today is putting the summer tires back on my car. You know, the last number of cars that I have owned, I bought new. Luckily, I was able to buy them new. And when I purchased them with total maintenance packages on them, okay? So what happens there is I don't do any maintenance on my vehicles. I got away from doing that totally. Don't change oil, don't change wipers, and I don't change the tires. It's all covered under the warranty package. But my warranty package on this vehicle has expired, so here I am faced with having to change the tires myself. Anyway, let's get her done. So I keep the tires wrapped in plastic out here in these little rubber plastic bags that the tires come in. They keep them in the shed here, so get them down off the shelf. And usually, you know, the squirrels, gonna love the squirrels, right? Craig, this is for you, buddy. You love the squirrels. They always make nests up here in the tires. Seems like a great spot. So when I pull the tires down, I usually get covered with squirrel droppings. See that? Oh, I hate squirrels. All right, bring those around to the shop and we'll bring the car up. So these are my summer tires and I have them on the rims that came with the car. I just had the tires changed at the garage on my maintenance package. So they put them in these plastic bags, which are nice. And I never cleaned the tires before I put them away. And we live on a dirt road, quite a little, you know, ways on the dirt road before we get to pavement. And the dirt road, a lot of fine dust in it. So this is the state of my wheels. You should, every time you change your wheels, if this is your MO, right, where you have winter tires on winter rims, summer tires on summer rims, whenever you change them, you should take some time to clean the rims, inspect them, make sure there's no rust, no bulges, no dents, you know, things like that. These aluminum rims are not so bad for the dents, but they can get dented up. But the steel rims especially, they can get dented up from hitting potholes and, you know, stuff like that. So you should always take some time to inspect them. So I never inspected mine last fall, so it's kind of like a mortal sin for me. But anyway, you know, that's what happened. I didn't have time to do it, so I didn't do it. But one thing I did do, as I marked, I checked them all for pressure, and I put a little tag on them here to say what the pressure was. So I'm going to get my pressure gauge, and I'm just going to check and see if the pressure held in these tires over the winter. And that'll give me a good indication of whether or not the tires are in good shape. So I have my pressure gauge here, and yeah, this is the good one. So I put 30 in it, and that just, it's still reading 30 right on. I don't know if you can see that or not, probably not, because I can hardly see it. But that tire is right on 30 pounds. So this guy held good through the winter. I can take that tag off of there. So here's the last one I'm checking. The other three were good, just right on 30. And the last one, of course, 28. So not bad, you know, for over the winter. I'm not going to complain much about that. There we go, topped up to 30. Take my sticker off there. So we're going to start changing the tires on the car. So I'm going to start with the left front. So what I do when I change tires, I'm no expert, this is just what I do. I block the right rear wheel because I'm changing the left front tire. Then it's time to start jacking it up. And if I can show you here, don't know how you can see it because things are so dusty and dirty, but right there there's a mark that says jack. So I'm going to place my jack under there. All right, so now see if we can get these bolts out, or the nuts, I guess they are. You know, the wheel nuts, eh? They put these little chrome covers over the wheel nuts, make them look pretty. Nothing but a pain in the, you know, rear end. And thankfully, the wheel came loose, because one time I changed my wheels, this was a long time ago, and my wheel rusted to the hub. That was a bummer. But anyway, good chance when the wheel's off, check your brakes. Pads look good there. Of course, I just had the brakes done 3 months ago, I think. So they look good. So before I put the new tire on, I always like to put never seize on there, just so it'll never seize. On the wheel nuts especially. But then if you check on the hub here, you see that those war spots? Well, that is where that hub mates against the tire here. So what I'm going to do, because they're dissimilar metals, I'm going to put a little never seize on there too. I don't like to put too much never seize in this area because it's a brake location, but I think a little around the edges here won't hurt anybody. There's also wear surface right here next to the inner hub, so I'm going to put some never seize on that too. Why not? Put that on there with the handy dandy applicator brush. Okay, time to put our tires on. Now these tires, there's no special rotational direction you have to adhere to. Some tires there is, but these ones you don't. So and snug them up. I like going in a crisscross pattern. I don't know why. Don't know if that makes a difference or not. All right. Okay, I went to get my torque wrench, and I thought, geez, if I'm going to torque these up, I should know what to torque them to. So I checked online. It says 100 foot-pounds for these nuts, and when I checked my torque wrench, it only goes to 80 foot-pounds. So I got my strong arm and my socket, so I'm just going to tighten these up to workshop torque settings. And before I torque those up, I'm just going to let it down off the jack. Now, I used to work with a fella who, he could torque within 5 pounds, I'm telling you, just without a torque wrench, just by feel. He was quite the mechanic, but anyway. They feel nice and tight to me, so I'm going to leave it at that, and I'll check them in a day or two after I get a couple hundred kilometers on the car. So, you know, changing tires is not rocket science, that's for sure. Changing wheels, but for those fellows who work in the tire repair shops, you know, in the springtime, in the fall, when we're changing over from winter to summer and summer to winter, man, oh man, you got to give those guys credit that work in those tire shops, because they work their little patooties off. Because, like, I'm going to change 4 tires here. It's probably going to take me an hour and a half. Man, those guys, if they can't change 4 tires in 15 minutes, they're fired. So they work. So hats off, if I had one, to the guys in the tire repair shops. And I'm going to do this same little thingy that I did on this tire. I'm going to repeat that process on the other ones. And unless something goes south, I'll be back later to talk to you. So in changing the tires, I got 3 of them done. It's going pretty easy. But you know what happens, the last one always screws up, so I thought I'd just turn the camera on to catch the screw up just in case it happens. So let's get her done. All right, we're back to summer mode. So it's nice to get the summer tires on finally. I was dreading that job. I don't know why, because it went pretty easy, really. I had visions of this wheel sticking on the hubs, and that happened to beat on them for a while. But anyway, cut them off. That's good. I'm glad that happened. And now, bring on the summer. Thanks for watching, folks. Sure hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget, thumbs up me. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Tell your friends about Grampie's Workshop, and we'll talk to you.